We did it again, girls. We ran a little bit late. Guys, sorry if you were waiting backstage, but welcome into Comic Book Women. Better late than never. We have a really great show planned. As some of you in the chat are already talking about, we are going to be covering Vampirella, a very interesting, as Jen was saying, complex character. There's a lot of layers that we're going to go through here. And yeah, this is going to be a good one. Namesh, welcome on in. John, welcome in. JT Key Comic, welcome in. Mark Slack, hello, welcome in. Hi, Nathan, welcome. It's time to drink the blood. Paul Holloway, good evening. Good to see you. Dynamite killing the Amazon single-handedly. Killing the Amazon. Okay, there we go. I read that bad. Cameron D, man, it's hard to be a Vampirella fan. There's so many covers out there to buy. We were talking about that too. There is a lot. Mm-hmm. It definitely gets a little overwhelming.
Over 500. So,
Paul.
What did I say?
He's like, no worries. You're always the most on time of all the flips.
we're pretty close. We're pretty close. So, what were you saying, Jen? Over how many?
Over 500. I want to say closer to 8 or 7. And then there's some crossovers. But one thing I couldn't find while I was doing research is that there was a crossover between Catwoman and her. A lot of like Dynamite characters, she'll, and then
DC, right?
Yeah, and then the one with Archie, Betty, and Veronica. But I couldn't find if Vampirella ever crossed over with Marvel. I needed more time.
Oh, the Harley. There's Harley Quinn and Ivy too. They did that crossover.
Oh, with
not so long ago.
With Betty and Veronica, yeah.
She-Geek, you read my mind. We're gonna get to that. That was like, Jen's like, so what's your all-time favorites? And so I'm like, oh, the Jenny Frison cover. And she's all, Laura. And she sends me like 15 messages of Jenny Frison covers. She's like, which ones? Well,
all of them? And I'm like,
all of them. Let's just do all of them. Yeah, Carla Cohen's had some sick ones out too. Before we get started, though, quick shout out to our sponsors over at Cover Price. They sponsor the show, give us all of our information. Make sure you use the code FLIPSIDE to get 2 months of their unlimited membership for $1.99 each month. In kind of exciting news, our own channel, Nearing Nerdvana, that the girls and I do on Fridays, we are now sponsored by Cover Price as well. So we're going to be double the Cover Price love with us, I should say.
And because of the merger, we have now 1,000 subscribers.
Over 1,000 subscribers.
Over.
Nice.
Please do be.
So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe.
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
That too. Definitely subscribe to Nearing Nirvana. That goes live on Fridays. And this coming up Friday, I think is going to be one of our best shows yet. We are going to be doing kind of a Black history and appreciation market report. And we have 2 special guests. We have Lucas from the Drunken Chat's going to be there and Ninth Wonder. So it's going to be a really cool one.
Lucas had the idea that we should do something like that. And we were like, yeah.
Hell yeah. So that'll be this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at the Nearing Nerdvana channel. And thank you, Steve. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We're very happy with it. Before we start, roundtable. Jen, you cannot say tired. You cannot say busy. How was your day?
Lots of bagging and boarding, and what's it called? We had a big reorder that we were trying to fulfill more things on the website, and it was a lot. So it was also kind of cool to see old comics that I haven't seen in a couple months.
Good stuff. Okay, that was a good answer. I liked that. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah. Lucy, how was your day, love?
Lazy. I was lazy all day. I seriously I only make breakfast for me and Romy, and then lunch and make food. And I was just lazy all day. Just did my makeup and that's it.
You know what? You are pregnant. That is your prerogative.
Yeah.
You can do nothing all day, but you're still technically doing something all day, so you can get away with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been, like the past like week, I've been like on it, and I've been doing like I can't sit down, like I can't stay still and doing stuff. And today I was just like, I'm not gonna do anything.
Good for
So
you, man. Good for you. Well, we got bombarded. The warehouse today got stocked. Guys, if you are out there and you ordered our super massive exclusive, that came in today. Our Step by Bloody Step exclusive came in today. And our Department of Truth, the bubblegum variant, all three of those books came in today. I read Step by Bloody Step. Well, didn't read it, but you get what I'm saying.
went through it.
I went through
Yeah.
it. I don't want to do a spoiler at all. All I'm going to say is
Oh, I can't wait.
I got at the very end, I was like, Anthony, come look at this. And we like looked at each other like, what? So Step by Bloody Step. Solo Wookiee's gonna get pregnant so he can relax. It might be a little awkward. Hello, Ultra. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so let's kick this off. And guys, again, this is a very complex character. There is a lot to it. We can only cover a certain amount in this show. So there might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to come.
Yeah, that was we had to whittle it down to 10. There's over 500.
Yeah.
So if you don't see the book that you're like, oh, that's my favorite, it's like, okay, eventually. Right?
Yeah, one day we'll get to it.
It's a lot. And
Hold
then
on.
We need 10 shows for that, huh?
Pause real quick. Anthony's busy because of all the stuff we got in today, but look what he gave for a giveaway. Oh,
We're doing giveaway? Oh,
can you guys see that?
What number is it?
Oh, I can't play
It's the Carla Cohen Vampirella Draculina Unholy #2. This is Carla Cohen 500 print run. Can you see that?
Yes.
It's all red because of my light, but you get the idea.
Oh, there. Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Okay. So this will be going home with somebody. What are the rules, Lucy?
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. I didn't know since I didn't know. Oh, I'm not ready for that.
Lucy, don't worry about it. We'll just scroll through and pick a comment randomly. How about that? But they just have to be here.
We can do it, but okay. Just make sure you're active in the chat. You be present and active on our chat. So you have to be on to be able to win this. If not, we're gonna move on. We have 30 seconds for you to answer that you're here. If not, Rob will type move on.
Yeah, you're at the end.
Yeah, that's a good giveaway, guys. And again, these are available on our site. So if you don't win, you have other options. But yeah, Anthony's always hooking us up, even when he's not in the show.
Yes.
All right. So
I guess why I didn't think we were gonna have one because he's not here. So it kind of threw me off.
I asked him to be on. He was like, girl, look at this. And he's like surrounded by boxes. I'm like, okay, that's not going to happen tonight. Okay, yeah, Carla Cohen's amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the other thing. We're going to be doing a cover reveal, our Bird City Comics Carla Cohen exclusive that will be launching this Friday. Nobody has seen it, and we'll give you a cover reveal at the very end of the show. Back to Vampirella. Jen, what do you want to mention about her? And then I'll throw in my 2 cents, and Lucy can too.
Okay. Has had multiple publishers. I can't even name how many offshoots have come from her main title, right? Or even because there's like Vengeance Strikes. There's just so many besides that. Multiple crossovers, which I don't think there's any crossover books on this one. Maybe the next one. But some weird ones like Aliens in Vampirella. That Catwoman one I'm kind of curious about too now. But yeah, multiple publishers.
Let's talk more about like her as a person though. So we know she's pansexual because she makes out with Vicky Vincent in issue 11. So we know that she's pansexual, and that's kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. We know that she has wings as part of her natural form, her standard form. What else?
Well, isn't there because Britt made a stat slide, but we're talking about in the different stories, there's different powers, and then some she gets and then she loses. So she tried to stay to like the basic ones, but there's never been like a stats card for her ever.
Well, it's tricky though, because every time she switched publishers, they would just kind of go a different direction. So you have this character that's evolving so quickly that if you're trying to start from the very beginning, it will definitely be a bumpy ride.
But maybe Dynamite, since they've
They had her
I'm
for
gonna
so
say
long.
Dynamite's had her the longest. That might be wrong.
I'm trying to let me see. Okay, so the 90s was Warren and Harris. So
The
Dynamite
669 until 83 was Warren.
Hold on, I'm seeing if anybody in here knows. And then Harris had her through the 90s, right? So that covers us up to the 90s. So at some point in there, that's when Dynamite came in. Okay, well, somebody in the chat will know. All right, so stat slide. Want to cover this for me really quickly while I catch up on comments?
Okay. AKA Ella Normandy. Powers and abilities, vampiric super strength and speed, night vision, can sense emotional states through smell, heightened healing powers, immortality. I'm still reading. I was told to start with Christopher Priest's Seduction of the Innocent, which was Dynamite 2019? 17 or 19?
I think we actually have a couple actually in the back. So
really?
Yes.
Really?
So I can put them to you. Yeah, Anthony and I were just recently getting into handling Vampirella and Red Sonja, but there's definitely like a huge demand for this character. There is a group of people out there that just again, it is really hard to collect because there are so many to it. But okay.
Yeah, I doubt there's maybe there's a super fan, but to have every
all of them
full comic that she's ever been in, and then includes foreigns.
Oh, that would be
my God.
insane. Like I would love to meet that person, but some of these are super rare, like 50 print run.
Mm-hmm.
50. Like that's crazy to me. So the chances of being able to get all of those, I think would be incredibly difficult. So let's talk about her intelligence though. We put it at medium. Why?
I know, I didn't ask Britt.
Well, I'm curious because like I know she went from like a vampire and then she kind of merged into like a paranormal detective, right?
Well, I think when you go to like a detective, that gives you enough smarts to figure out the puzzle, but not to like know it like that, right? So I think if you're like high intelligence, if not like if you're Xavier, right, and you have, but he's also got power. It's tough to get high number one, I think, right? Because who do you know that has like high to me would be Mr. Fantastic, Doctor Doom,
Tony Stark.
Like, yeah, that's, I mean, it's like how many characters are high, not like thousands, like,
yeah.
But medium is like she's smart enough to she Sherlock Holmes it.
I like that. Let's coin that. All right. So Dynamite has had her from 2010 to current, according to one person in here. The Dynamite variants alone would be hard to collect them all. Again, Warren published 112 issues, but only had her, until 1983, which we're going to get to some of those here in a second. What do we know else about her? So what about her outfit? Do you think we should kind of bring to light? Because a lot of people think that she's been over-sexualized, which is a problem, yes, in comic books, that sometimes the female characters are put in uncomfortable positions, literally and figuratively.
Didn't a female design her?
Yes. So she was designed. Hold on, I have that name written down somewhere.
But
Trina Robbins.
I feel like maybe I don't know. Like I don't know. Like the way she is, like I feel like she should look like that. Like her outfit. I don't know.
Well, Trina was a feminist, and she said that the outfit was meant to be empowering. It wasn't meant to be like, slinky. In fact, she's from, Draculon?
Yeah.
Is her home planet. And so for them, wearing layers and layers of clothes is actually kind of absurd.
Mm-hmm.
And humans are so primitive that we just get overstimulated when we see things like this. But to them, that's normal.
I think there's like a tie to like sci-fi-ish costumes back then too, like Barbarella. But they were saying too, like, yeah, it's how you view your body and how we have it. But even culturally, you can see around our Earth that some people feel super comfortable in their own skin and don't need to cover up.
Yeah.
Nudists.
Nudists are a great example. Oh man, I remember I went to a nude beach with Anthony when we were in. It wasn't France. It was like an island, Saint Martinique. So it's like predominantly French, and we were like, let's go to a new beach. Let's see what happens. And we got there, and it was like I'm not a naked person. I just can't walk around the beach like that. Like I was like, imagine where they're getting sand. The places sands are.
Yeah.
Teach
like
their own.
People walk by with like chafing sounds. I'm like, isn't that hurting? All the sand everywhere. But yeah, everybody has their own comfort zone, right? Lucy, do you have anything you want to add to this character before we move on?
No. We're good. We can move on.
Okay. Oh, her strength very high.
Well, see, like I have never really read Vampirella. Like I was never really, even though that it sounds interesting, and like you guys said, there's so many in that. I think what it kind of like not made me want to read it. There's so many stories, so many.
That's what Rob's saying here.
Like there's so many stuff like to read. There's so many books that it's like, where do you start? And I don't want to get overwhelmed or trying to find where to start to read this. You know.
So that's why I sent you that one.
Yeah, that bit. Yeah. It kind of helps
of the innocent Kristen. Shoot, I just read the name. Something priests.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
See, like the ones that I would like to read, it's the older ones. Not honestly, nothing modern. I rather read like the where she started. Even though she's not much, I guess, on that, but it's still like I would rather read that than the new stuff because I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit overwhelming. So
Christopher Priest. I was told, well, because another thing too is that there's a lot of not great stories out there, right? That are poorly written, and so to find an author for her, like once you find, like I would probably test a couple out, and then maybe try the Christopher Priest because I heard that that's one of the better, easier to follow ones, right? Like it like redoes it a little bit and modernizes it a tiny bit. Like I only read one issue, so now I did it digitally. I think I might buy the graphic novel.
You've only read one issue of Vampirella ever?
Yeah. So
the one that she said that the one that she just
the Christopher Vampirella 2019 or 2017. Like I'm just starting, and it was interesting that first issue. I might buy the graphic novel just to get that like nice on like nugget. But before this,
I'll send you a couple.
I've always known of her, but there's so many other comics, and I'm like, I did another story later. They'll tie in later to something else, but
all right. So Sheldon, I want to go back up here. So he disagrees that some people call this over sexualized, and agree. Again, we're not taking sides on this. We're just giving you the layout here. Some people think she was over sexualized. So in 2016, they actually changed her costume and put her in like a romper type outfit with like a belt buckle and everything. And lo and behold, people hated it. They're like, that's not true to who this character is. That takes away her power. Her sexuality is her power. So it kind of, again, the history of the debate behind this character is fascinating. You guys, the more you read into it, the more you study the various covers and the artists and the publishers that have all worked with this character, then you can kind of develop your own opinion on it. But it's pretty fascinating stuff.
Is her nickname Vampy? Because I did find Vampy. Like 2 comics that were like, they looked kiddish on the front, like the art, and it was like a Vampy character. And I'm like, oh,
I think kids? They did call, that's kind of like her nickname. A lot of people would call her Vampy.
Hello, Wonder Woman of the 70s. There you go. I'd like a romper. Chad Cave, welcome in. Good to see you.
Hey, Chad Cave.
Oh, they said that she's one of the first bad good girls.
In the sense that she tries to be selective in who she murders. She only murders you if you kind of deserve it. Kind of like Emily Cullen from Twilight. Yeah, actually, that's a better example. She'll go out of her way to try to find people who deserve in her eyes to die.
See, like, I mean, okay, the romper thing, we're gonna get. Like, I mean, I liked it. I don't like the way they do Wonder Woman now. I like the original costume. I like the way, the Bombshells looks because it looks more to the original. I hate now the way they have her, But I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, you never, I mean, anyways. All right, guys, we're up to 43 people in the chat right now. Thank you for joining. This is going to be a really interesting, complex show. We are covering a character that has so many layers to unravel, but we're going to try our best. Huh?
Part 1.
Part 1. Yes, definitely part 1. If you haven't been here before, welcome in. And if you're returning, we appreciate that too. So let's take a trip back to 1969, the first cover appearance, the first cover art of Vampirella done by somebody, and he was talking about Frank Frazetta. Here you go.
Love this cover.
Yeah, it's amazing. Jen, do you want to elaborate a little bit here?
Well, there's been multiple reprints. You guys should look. Matt, did they do? Cover Price did an article or highlight about one of the reprints that has like a gold title. But if you're looking for a more affordable, I think there's a recent one that around $6.
It's a reprint, right?
There's a
reprint facsimile. Yeah, facsimile. Yeah.
Yes.
But last sold February 18th of this year for a 4.0, $971. That's
crazy.
Yeah. And then an 8.0 average is like ballpark 200.
Imagine finding this like in a garage sale. That would be freaking awesome.
Well, it's magazine size, so definitely another reason to check those magazine bins. But I mean, sorry, 2,358 for an 8.0 average. I imagine it's really hard to get in high grade because of the magazine size and the dark cover.
I would imagine so too. And it's interesting because if the back of this comic book, if you guys ever like, I don't know if this is the real one. So the back of the original one, it'll say, I don't know if it's the same for the facsimiles, but on the back it says, before you read this, like, hold on, I actually wrote it down. What did it say? Check your heartbeat. And if it hasn't risen to 100 beats, then you need a transplant, and I'm more than willing to give you one. So it's like a little flirty thing on the back cover of her saying that if this doesn't get your blood pumping, she'll rip your heart out.
That's funny.
I thought that was cool too. I was like, oh, that's how you can kind of tell if you got like the original in your hands, right?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. So this is her first solo book, right?
So this is her first appearance. Because then inside, it's not her own solo story yet. It's like her kind of like leading you through a couple of the other stories. Like I kind of picture like Elvira or the Creeper, right? How they kind of like intro you into the story. It's not until a little bit later that she gets her own solo. Like the whole book is her.
Okay.
Or comic or magazine. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is the interesting comment from the Reverend Strange. Frazetta added the Draculon insignia to the crotch area and the armbands and made the outfit more skimpier than Trina's version.
Ooh, I would be curious to see what Trina's version. I'm sure there's an art book somewhere.
Well, isn't it? They were saying that in the inside they didn't really have that.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that for a second here. Okay. So the raw comic on this one, we're looking at $122, an 8.0, $2,300. And Ace Cable, I think, nailed it. This is the OG, and it's going to continue, in my opinion, to go up. Why would it not? Again, so if you're able to get a hold of this, even as a raw comic in a decent grade, snag it up and slab it. Put that on the wall and just add it to your PC forever.
When you want to.
No, I would not want to read it. I would buy one of the reprints and read that, and I would put this one in a slab. I'm not going to read this. That's right. I mean, you have a reader.
But like that, like old 60s, 70s, 80s comic smell. Like even when we got in like a new.
You know what? But okay, it's this one. It's kind of like very sexualized. So imagine somebody who was younger and got this book. I don't want to know what they do with this book, so I do not want to read this.
if it passes the black light test, then I think you should. Then you should, because it's that old like nostalgic paper smell.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you on that. It's like library books. They do have a scent to them. That old comic book smell does kind of like hit certain strings. I don't know, but no, I would slab the original and I would buy a reader copy. Oh my gosh, look at Trish Forstner is getting mad at you.
Gross.
She's not mad. She just said gross.
Here, She Geek's laughing. She thinks that's hilarious. Okay. This book will never...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Chad Cave! I almost finished the whole sentence out loud.
That is a positive. It's
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right.
That is hilarious.
So moving on, we got Vampirella number 2. Now this is where it gets a little bit complicated because technically this is the first time she appears inside of the comic book, correct?
No, so this is this is her second appearance, and then this is the first of the. It's the cousin, Evilly.
I think it's Evilly. It's either Evilly or Evilly, but I would think it'd be Evilly, right?
It's probably
Evil?
you see Evilly, but you're like, no, I'm gonna be fancy frou-frou like Tarjay and be Evilly.
Evilly, cousin.
That sounds better. Evilly sounds better than Evilly.
It does. Evilly kind of sounds like Everly, which is popular, but
And
I
then
don't know.
How do you see the other character's name?
Oh,
Draculina?
Draculina is her sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
How you say it? Draculina?
Draculina, yeah.
Okay. And that's her first appearance also inside the book. This is from November 1969, and the cover is by Bill Hughes.
Love
I
the
like this
cover. Yeah.
With the hair again. I love this cover. I love this cover.
I mean, it's definitely more, well, a little bit more affordable. Actually, hold on a second. The raw comic on this one goes for a little bit more.
Like average. Like they kind of ballpark it for the average sales.
Okay.
But if you want a higher grade and you're into the grading, then
Well, maybe the other one was a lower grade, and this one maybe looks a little bit better, so that's why it went for that much. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Right?
Yeah. Still very cool cover. If you can find it out in the wild, I think it has very interesting lighting. When I was looking at this one, I was like, look at this, it's so cool because everything kind of has a green hue to it. And
it's backlit.
Yeah, it's nicely done. If anybody in there knows, Draculina's first and only appearance in the Warren run. She introduces one story and that's it. But we'll get to that too here in a few minutes. You guys are ahead of us here.
And then you guys have that Draculina exclusive.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to show you guys. You guys haven't even seen it, right?
No, the other one, the Draculina number 1.
Oh yeah, we did. Ivan Tao did our
share my screen real quick.
Oh, sure. Sorry. There it is.
It is.
That is our Draculina number 1. Anthony calls it our peach Draculina because it's all about the booty on this one, right? All you can look at when you look at that. But Ivan Tao is brilliant with his coloring. I like how you can see something of his and automatically know, oh, that's Tao. It's just the color that he does, the skin. It's the red outlines that he adds to his art, the very sharp lines. He did a really, really good job on this. So, yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's a wholesale bundle, but I doubt
you
guys
can.
Yeah. I was like, wait, why?
It's not really $100 unless you want to buy.
But if you get,
no.
That's actually interesting that you guys do that.
Yeah.
Because if you believe in it and you love the character and the art, then that seems like the best buy-in.
Oh,
it's a whole set, right?
Yeah, like you get a bundle. People do those all the time, and like we'll get messages, and they're like, "Oh my god, that was a good investment or whatever." And it's like, yeah, Anyway, the Ivan Tao cover is really nice. Yes, thank you, Creed. We appreciate that. So, $480 for the graded 9.0, and it's on an upward trend. Anything to add to this one, ladies?
Also magazine size.
Beautiful.
Also magazine size. Good to know. All right. So now let's move on to a badass bronze cover. This was 1973. The artist is Manuel San Julian or Julian. It might be Julian. We'll say Julian.
San Julian.
San Julian. Yeah. Anyway, really cool bronze cover. Do you want to elaborate on this one, Jen?
I mean, the Crypt Keeper, Dracula, Frankenstein. Shoot, I'm like looking now. Yeah, it's a different. If you're looking for early Vampirella and you can't afford the other ones, like you can look at. There's a couple of different options. That's early Vampirella. That's not in the $100 range. It's just one of them.
I love it. I just wish they didn't make that 50th anniversary thing so damn big. Like,
Yes.
size that down a
ruined
little
it.
bit for me because it's kind of an eyesore, and this is such a good cover. I wish it was like a tiny little square off to the side. Like why make it half the size of the table?
Yeah, I know it's kind of down, but I guess they trying to make a point. It's such a beautiful cover. I won this just because of that.
Yeah, this cover is really nice. It's definitely affordable. So again, if you're trying to buy in on some early Draculina, this would be a good place to start. $27 for the raw comic. I mean, you could probably find one graded if you're looking hard enough and monitoring the auctions. You could probably get one graded for a little bit more than that.
Dude, these old, because again, this is another magazine size. Like, at least when I've come across magazine size that are older, there's so much damage, and like usually I pass on them, but now that I'm aware of the condition's not going to be great.
Well, most of them aren't bagged and boarded. They're stored in like somebody's old shoebox,
On one of those, what is that? The filing boxes. That's where I seen them. Yeah.
You got me into magazine stuff with all you were ordering a bunch from Aunt, the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, Insider.
Yeah, and like we would get them in. I'm like, what do I do with this now? Because like it won't fit in my regular stuff. And Aunt's like, oh, put it in the gen pile. I'm like, oh, right.
Nice. Well, I would say Insider, and there's been a couple of comic books that have come out in magazine size. High House. Shoot.
High House.
There's something.
No, that's not what it was called. Are you talking about the one that looks like kind of Lords of the Rings ish?
Oh,
is it called High House? That's not what it's called. I read that.
I'm remembering it wrong, but it's that along with like Batman Damned and
is it Highest House?
Yes, Highest House.
There we go. That's a beautiful book.
But it came big, and I liked it. And but I'm like, I can't store these, and I put them in my magazine stack. I just stack up, and then finally I was, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a magazine box because I have no other choice. And then Batman Damned came out, and then all of the freaking Black Label
Batman
stuff.
Damned, yeah, okay. Highest House is one of my favorite reads. That's one that like Anthony would walk in and be like, Laura, it's time to go to bed, and I would be reading it and just staring at the artwork because the artwork was enchanting. There's no other way of saying it. Okay. Guys, if you were just joining, we are covering Vampirella. Sorry, Jen and I are nerding out a little bit here. We got to do a Highest House show. Like, that would make me very happy.
And Lucy's taking everyone in the chat. There is going to be a giveaway.
Oh, shit. Yes, giveaway. All right, guys. Sorry, Lucy looks so focused right now.
Well, all the names she said.
We'll be doing Carla Cohen. This is the Vampirella Dracula Unholy #2. Carla Cohen. It's limited to 500. So that one will be going home with somebody. And then Anthony walked in because he's Anthony. Did you see him pop in?
No, I didn't.
He goes,
I didn't even notice. I didn't even see him.
Here is our Department of Truth, Carla Cohen, because we were talking about this. Yeah, this is. I was so like convinced. I was like, people are gonna lose their shit. They're gonna think, oh, that's Marla from Fight Club, and people didn't get it. They didn't understand. I mean, I think it's pretty damn obvious. Her hand's in the same position. Back here. Anyway, that'll be going home with somebody too.
So 2 giveaways?
2 giveaways tonight. So what are the rules, Lucy?
Just make sure you're active in the chat, commenting, and make sure you hear when we do the raffle. Be active. Yeah,
the Department of Truth, right? Like I thought it was too, but then sometimes it's hard being a retailer and a collector because then you start like fangirling over like your own stuff, and you're like, maybe it's just me that thought that Fight Club was a great movie. I don't know.
It is. Well, it is. It's just, I guess, not everybody's gonna put those two together.
Trish,
Trish, she's hanging out with me too much. That's cousin.
That's basically.
Oh, it's because I said that last week on Friday. Remember?
Yes, during Nearing Nerdvana, you're like, the rule is don't effing leave.
Don't fucking leave. Stay here. Yeah, Oxy Nomad remembers. Yeah.
So, all right, let's keep going. Now, somebody in the chat earlier was mentioning how Warren was in charge of publishing up until issue 112, which was in 1983. And so that's this issue right here. It was a very, very low print run. It was the last Warren issue that was published. Luis Bermejo art. Yeah.
March 1983. Yep. And then Lucy, play the clip.
Ready?
Wait, Laura, share screen.
Wait, it's no. It's ready.
Ready.
I declare bankruptcy!
So Warren did that. Warren declared.
Wait, hold on. Pause for a second. Guys, do you know how excited Jen was to show that clip to you guys? That had to be part of the show tonight. So Warren declared bankruptcy.
Come on. I just kept having it in my head. And then that played perfect.
That's funny.
So yeah, that happened. We did that. And Warren did that. And this is the last book that Warren did.
Yeah, so then they declared bankruptcy, and then it gets switched over to Harris. But another way to kind of like know that you got the originals on the back of this book. I don't know why I'm talking so much about the back of books. It's an ET advertisement.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. So if you find one and on the back of it, it's like an ET beanie and like an ET, like it's like a whole ET ad. And I thought that was kind of a neat little tidbit if you just ever find one out in the wild. So, oh gosh. Damn it. No, it was really cute. $41 for the raw, $2.59 roughly for a 9.4, and it is on an upward trend. As I mentioned earlier, really low print run. So these are just going to continue to become more and more rare. I don't see how you can go wrong if you want to keep this as a long-term hold or just add it to your PC and bequeath it. Is that the right word?
What's more rare?
Is it? Bequeath it to your child? Yeah. Bequeath.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
that's bad timing.
Oh my god. Hey!
I have your giveaway that you won on Nearing Nerdvana. I'm trying to
You
figure out.
still haven't sent it?
What? Because now I want to add stuff to it because I saw Anthony add a bunch of stuff to other people's, and I'm like, well, I can't be the one book person. I got to add stuff too. But now I got to find stuff to add. So
Anthony adds weird little things to our giveaways, like stickers or coasters or some shit. But thank you, Namesh. We appreciate that so much.
And you will get it eventually with more stuff now. Because
Don't worry, we still haven't got ours from Christmas. So yeah.
Where's my Christmas present, Jen? It's February.
I owe you that too. I showed you yours though.
You showed it to me, and I've been wanting it, and I haven't gotten it yet. And it's like, here's Jen as a retailer. Jen's Comics. You'll get it eventually.
No, I will do it. I'll do it.
That's hilarious.
I'll do it.
So, yeah, I want that damn mug. I
Is
want
it
it.
The mug's coming separate. The mug's coming separate because it's through another company. Britt had to do the art for this mug. When you get it, you better show it because Britt took all this time making it and designing it. Anyway.
Figurine. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Let's keep going. Anyways, you could bequeath this to your children. I want everybody to use that word at some point tonight.
Okay. Bequeath.
It just sounded dirty, didn't it? It just didn't sound right to me. Anyways,
what's more rare is the next one.
Oh, sorry. Okay, next slide. All right, so now we got this. This one's actually really interesting because I did some research on this, and so this is technically the first Harris publication, but all they did was pull the art from Vampirella number 64, paste it onto this one, and included the stories, even the story of previous ones, right?
In black and white.
Like that's insane to me.
So that's the thing is that this comic or magazine didn't come out until January of 1988. So you have from March 1983 until 88, no Vampirella. And then when they get the rights for it and they go to do it, it's all reused stuff. So the return on this was super high because people were probably all excited to finally get something if they even found out about it, right? And then they're like, oh, it's all old stuff. Send it back because then that's when they had that you could return it.
You can still do that with some publishers.
Some, yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. Like I don't understand like what was okay, if you're working at Harrison Publications, you're like, I have an idea. After 5 years, let's bring this book back with reused art and reused stories and just see how this goes.
I wonder if they were like, oh, we got to put something out right now, and they were super time crunched, and all the artists were saying, oh, we need like a month or two, and they're like, no, we want to do it now.
5 years to get their
some money. But think about like you have the rights for it, and you're like, oh shoot, that wasn't cheap. Let me go ahead and put something out quickly to make some money. And this is come on, look at Marvel with taking interior panels and making it a second print, right?
Yeah.
So I think they just thought they could do something similar. Like, oh, it's been 5 years, and this comic 64 came out in 70 something.
It was 77, I believe.
Yeah. So maybe they thought people would forget.
Yeah, this is from 77. So yeah, it was a nice, or the art was originally, because Vampirella 64 came out in 77. And you're right though on the art. You bring up a good point, because you see that even recently. I'm not gonna say what cover exactly, but there are certain covers out there where all they do is swap out the background color.
It's cheaper. And you have to pay people, and you're good.
Yeah, but it just seems kind of.
It is. I'm not saying that what they did was right, but then they had a lot of returns because of that, right? People were like, eh. So because of the high return rate, getting this book at a high grade, it's lower. You have lower. It's smaller.
Right. So it's definitely more rare, if you can find it. But yeah, I think Harris wanted to do more comics, more, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is an interesting one, though, because again, the only real value you're getting out of this is knowing that it is the first Harris publication. Aside from that, you can get all the original stuff back in 77 if you wanted to. But all right, Raw comic is still going for $5.51. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Because it's a very low print run.
No, I mean like the graded comic only goes a 9.2 for $5.54.
Is this okay? Again, the rare. I even got some information. What's that one site? Recalled Comics.
Mm-hmm.
This is one that they covered, because again the print run is so, because if people didn't send it back in droves, it would change a lot of things.
Yeah.
So if you see it, check to it's 113. If it's number 64, it's probably still cool to have, right? But I just think it's funny that
these census had recorded just under 100 gradings of these in 2014, more than twice that of number 112. So yeah, it's kind of
because if you have something that's rare and you're like, oh shoot, the print is super low, let me grade it to preserve it because I don't want to ruin it, magazine size and all.
Yeah, so it's a reflection of the book's rarity. That's where these prices are coming. It makes sense, and it's on an upward trend. And again, I just don't see how this book won't just continue to grow. All of these really, with their rarity and the low print runs, it just seems like.
Oh,
hold on, here we go. They dropped the Oh, that's interesting to know. No shit.
I definitely needed. The thing is, there's so much history to Vampirella that like you need more than a couple days of like research. And I think we'll do part 2.
And then James Warren sued Harris in 2000, and Harris lost all rights to the war material except for Vampirella. Man, that's so interesting. There's a lot to cover here.
Dang drama.
Right, Lucy? Lucy, what are you busily doing over there? You're making a list, right? So let everybody in the chat know what the rules are if you want to be a winner of one of these two.
You have to be active in the chat. Make sure you're here. Let me share the screen so I can see like all the freaking names. Oh, your freaking names. I'm just kidding.
You're so sweet. All your damn names here on the screen.
All your damn names. There's the wheel. Let me make it big. You see it? Hold on.
There you go. There's your wheel.
There's the wheel.
How many people already?
45. I have 45 people so far.
There's 65 people watching right now. So if you're not making comments, you're not on the wheel. You have to make a comment.
Yes. You're on the list. Mel.
Yeah, because we can't see that, can we?
Yeah.
If we could somehow see the views of who's viewing and then put that and just copy and paste, how much easy would that? Like that'd be super easy
that
for
would make
Lucy.
it so nice, but no, they're
No.
not.
You
But
gotta
yeah.
comment.
Hey, how come? Hey,
Just say hi. If you're shy, say hi.
Yeah,
Yes.
just say hi. Yeah,
Yeah.
argue
Right.
away. Just make some sort of comment so that she sees you. A little disgruntled about the wheel, and she's checking it tonight like Santa.
I make sure like I try like if I try to make everybody see like
I want to make a
James.
meme out of your concentration face though, because you
I know,
concentrate.
Serious.
Oh really?
Yeah, you were like serious. Like if I was your kid and you made that face, I'd be like, oh, I'll be over here.
Oh no,
You're
when
right.
I'm mad, I'm like, yeah.
Hi.
no.
Now they're all saying hi. All right. Guys, again, we're at almost 70 views. Make sure if you have not subbed to Nearing Nerdvana, please do that. The girls and I run that channel every Friday night. It is the best way to kind of get warmed up for the Hot 10 and Drunken Chat. There's so many good shows, but you can start with Nearing Nerdvana. We have a really, really awesome show planned this week. We're going to be doing a Black History and Appreciation market report with Lucas from Drunken Chat and Ninth Wonder. So make sure you tune in. Let's keep cruising. Oh, anything to add on this one before I move on?
No, I was just gonna say that Ninth is really tall.
Well, there you go.
Mel, you're in here, Mel. You're
Random.
in here.
Sorry.
All right, so now we got Vampirella. This is 1992, I believe. So why did we include this one?
Early Adam Hughes.
Yay, we got this
And-
up. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Thanks. Early Adam Hughes. I love the Dave Stevens poster inside, but there's multiple printings of this. So I know there's different ways to tell with the outside, but if you can just turn inside to the indicia, how do you say it?
Well, I'm sorry. What were you for the what?
Indicia. When you open it up and it tells you inside what print it is.
Oh, I don't know what that's called.
I think it's indica or indicia.
Indica is a type of weed, I think.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't know why I laugh like that.
That's the only indica I know.
I wonder why.
Anyways, yeah, this is very early Adam Hughes. I like that his little signature's right there. This is a cool cover. $15. I mean, come on, can't go wrong, right?
It's one of those things we like to add that is easy to afford.
Indicia. There you go. Not indica.
Okay.
Indicia.
Okay.
You guys are nice.
9.8 for 160. It's on an upward trend yet again. Yeah, I like it. What do you think of the cover on this one, Lucy?
It's nice. I'm not a. I mean, he has better. I feel like. I mean, if it's like an early, it obviously seemed like better, but it's okay. I like it.
In 92, I was in second grade.
92. Me
We're around
too.
the same age.
Are we the same age?
No,
Yeah, 'cause
so
my
I have an August birthday. So
Yes,
I have an August birthday too.
Hello,
Do you not know my birthday, Jen?
You guys are the same
Oh,
month.
that's right, you do. It's the 15th.
You guys are like only like a week
13th?
or 2 weeks apart.
14th, August 14th.
14th. I was right in between. I was just 13th.
I know, it's like, nope, you skipped me. I'm right in the middle there. That was funny.
Coco Gal was like, and she had already graduated. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we were in second grade. That's so funny. I was in college. Oh my gosh. Anyways. All right, let's keep on cruising. So now we are going to go to Vampirella Strikes
I love
number
this
1. It's interesting that you included, this is, Milo Manara?
I said Milo Manera?
Milo?
Milo,
I'll
sorry.
say Milo.
Milo.
I say
would say
Milo.
Milo? Milo?
Milo sounds
Milo.
more, yeah. I say
but-
Milo Manera.
This one has
Well,
cover
when
A
Ultra
is-
did the Ultra report on Drunken Chat, he was calling him Milo, right? Ultra. So
We'll go with Milo.
yeah.
Yeah. So Milo did the
No,
cover of this
no.
one. Yeah, and I thought it was interesting that you included this cover because when you think of Vampirella Strikes number 1, you probably think automatically Michael Turner did the A cover, and it's awesome. So why'd you pick this one?
Well, I picked this one
I
because
thought.
years ago, I came across this comic in a 50-cent bin, and I remember reading about Milo Manera and how a lot of people really like his stuff, along with Vampirella. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna die here in this 50-cent bin, because it was just like none of them were bagged and boarded. And I pulled it out and it looked really good condition. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll save this, and then maybe someone else will want it. So this is the first comic I ever sold. And then some guy from San Juan, Puerto Rico, bought it.
It's San Juan.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. It's San Juan. I was just kidding with you.
He bought it for $17, and I was like, oh shoot, like he's gonna appreciate it way more than I would, because I don't really know a lot about her, but I knew by the art that like it was an artist that people followed. So yeah, first comic I ever sold. I've never seen it since. I've only seen it one time. But there's a virgin variant of this that goes for like $200+.
Okay, so cover A, you have Michael Turner. Cover B was David Finch. Hey, Lucy, aren't you a fan of Finch covers?
Yeah, I like David Finch. Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing this. Sorry, but yes, I
Somebody,
do.
the queen, he's a pronunciation. Man, there's a lot of queefing going on in this chat. You guys might want to do some yoga. All right, was that in her hand? What is that in her hands?
Oh, it's like a body.
No?
It's a body that like it's like a crushed, because you see like the blood.
It looks like there's a skull
Yeah.
underneath her hand, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe other stuff. Skin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a cover is awesome. Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah,
$20,
I like it.
111 if you want to get this one graded at a 9.8. It is on an upward trend, so seems like a win-win.
I thought it was fun too to share with you guys.
No, that's a cool story. I was wondering, because I was like, okay, the obvious thing would be going with Turner. And I'm like, why did she pick this? I knew there had to be some reasoning behind it.
We can always, that's another thing too, is that when we were like, okay, there's too many comic covers, because remember you wanted Jenny Friesen, and I was like,
I only wanted 15 of them.
there's so many that I'm like, you know what? I'll do a thing this time. Next time we'll cover other ones. Like there's just so
We need like 20 shows to cover all.
yes.
The covers.
And even then, with 10 comics each, that's still not. That's like what.
Mhm.
It would still be a really long show. Maybe we should do like a 24-hour thing. Hey, maybe Neri Nirvana could do that.
A
24
marathon?
hours. Yeah, marathon.
Oh hell no! I cannot. stay
Brittany
awake.
would leave me.
We'd all be
Yeah.
single at the end of the 24 hours, but all right. So let's
you'd have to make. That's so many slides.
continue.
Uh,
Okay, so this is the one that I picked because, well, this is one of two that I picked because I think it's just stunning. So you got Vampirella number 3, and there are only 25 copies in existence of this virgin beauty here. 25. So, I mean, I don't have one. If anybody wants to bequeath me one.
So you know what this is? It's Vampirella.
Stop saying that. I don't.
Yeah.
It sounds so weird.
Well, it sounds like queef anyway. So
Yes. It's like.
But look at
That's
this
a whole
cover,
nother show.
Lucy. What do you
It's
think?
beautiful.
Right?
It is. It's gorgeous. I love it.
if you want the more affordable trade dress,
Yeah, but this one's screaming to be a virgin.
I know.
Screaming. Like
there's
you put
no
the trade dress
anything
on.
virgin about this.
So this is Vampirella number 3 from August 2014, because that's the key. When you're looking at anything for Vampirella, if you're searching for it, the title Vampirella, right, or Strikes or Vengeance or what have you, the number, so 3, and then the year, 2014, will make it so much easier to find. Because if you just type in Vampirella 3, oh my god, good luck. There's so many.
Is it upside down?
Yeah.
Haven't looked.
No, it's supposed to be like this. The trade
she's-
dress would go right where the emblem is.
Yeah. No, but that's what he's saying. I've been looking at this like wrong all these years.
Well, she's like backstroking.
Yeah, it actually, somebody did a review. I guess the story that kind of goes with this didn't quite meet the mark. But I would just buy it. This would be a cover buy for me, hands down. That would be the only reason why I want this. So Anthony, if you're out there watching, you know how you like to get like, I'll buy Laura stuff during the show. Happy? I want this. This would be so cool.
This is an anniversary gift.
Well, we'll
It already
get to that.
happened, no?
Speaking of that, so this one's $255 raw, $300 for a 9.6. I would probably just buy it at a 9.6 for $300, crack it and send it to Red Hood and be like, make this a 9.8.
Do miracles.
work your stuff, man.
The asterisk is because the last time it was sold was June 2020. I almost feel like those rare that do have this are probably going to hold unless you know them.
Oh, they're gonna hold. Nobody's gonna put this up. It's gonna be
PC stuff. That's PC. If there's 25, like that's PC for life.
It's just like my Medusa print that I wanted. I'm never gonna get it because I should have bought it when I had the chance. And what are you gonna do, right? We've all been there and missed out on things that we want. All right. So speaking of anniversary presents, though, this is the one that Anthony got me.
He did?
Oh. Well, he got me the trade version because he couldn't find the virgin. But I'm still very grateful. Where is it? It's back here somewhere. I posted it on my Instagram. He bought this for our 15-year wedding anniversary because he saw me eyeing it one day. And he's like, I have the ridiculous Jenny collection over here.
Wait, was that him that bought it? The January 10th, 2021?
Maybe. Oh my gosh, maybe, because our anniversary was the 13th.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if it was him.
I don't know. Maybe. I wonder how much he paid for it. I have no idea. I didn't ask because you don't ask, right?
Oh.
But I did post it. I was like, I love this thing.
And then this is Vampirella, same series as the last Jenny Friesen, issue 6, 2014 November. But 2014 key. You would just but
there's only 50 virgins. That's why I think I ended up with a trade dress. So yeah, that wouldn't be Anthony then. And this information too, I went on to eBay today because as soon as I saw the virgin, I was like, okay, I need this one. It's a great cover. And on December 20th, so a few months back, a raw comic in near mint condition sold for $454. So it's already substantially higher.
Metal Faces. Friesen Medusa, Laura, she's doing a second print this weekend.
She's in Chicago.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I meant to tell you that sooner.
What?
I thought you saw that she was in Chicago for a
gallery.
Yeah.
Wait, is the coloring the same? Or are they making the coloring different for the second print?
They changed this. The I'll send you if you want it. Let me know. But they changed it. It's not gonna be like that first one. Not exactly.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, definitely. Just if it's the best I can get at this point, I'll take it. Right? I think there wasn't the print going for like $700 or $800 now. The one that it was originally $200, and
which is funny because I offered. I'm like, hey, I'm driving by. I'm getting tacos because next door is Taqueria. It's right next door.
Rubbing salt in the wound, Jen. I know. I have regretted that. I can't even tell you. It's recolored, but still. I mean, I'm assuming it still looks. Okay, you got to send it to me. Thank you for letting me know. It was on her Instagram.
Oh, look,
okay.
yeah.
Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, it's definitely different. The other one, were her arms up?
The other one was better, black and white, right?
Yeah, but it's still. I mean, it's still beautiful. Yeah. I might send you there, Jen. Okay, so guys, if you're just hopping in, again, we're at about 70 roughly viewers. Make sure that you're making comments. We're giving away a Bird City Comics Carla Cohen exclusive. Oh, there you go. I call it the Marla by Carla. Get it?
Yeah.
But it is our Fight Club homage. There you go. That'll be going home with somebody because we've been talking about Carla a lot. And Vampirella, Draculina, Unholy #2.
Yay, Claire. There you go. There you go.
It's tricky when you have a ring in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, tacos.
Look, I promise Immortal Web is like for some tacos. I will probably get tacos while I'm in line, and then I will wet nap.
What nap?
Yeah, my fingers. And you'll be like, what? Why is there taco stuff all over it? I'll be like,
why does it smell like cilantro and onions?
Oh, that sounds
good. I'm
good.
getting hungry, you guys. Stop it.
All right, let's keep going. So this one I think we actually had on our show last week when we were covering Sozo Micah, and she appeared in the chat. Hey, which was really neat. Cool. I know. How cool was that? Thank you. What peep was it? One of our Bird City peeps tagged her on Facebook, and she just popped in.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see that. That is
Oh
awesome.
gosh. Yeah, Lucy, you said the name, but I forget. Well, whoever you were, thank you for tagging her because it was awesome that she hopped in. And this has been she's been on like a huge spike recently.
Mhm.
Anyway, what do you want to mention about this one that we didn't cover last week?
Did we do the raw one or do we do the trade dress? I think I did the trade
We
dress.
did this one, huh? I
This
thought
is
we
the
did
one
this
in 20, and then there's a black and white one in 11.
And there's a trade
Yeah.
dress. I thought we did the trade dress. Did we not?
remember.
Dang it. I meant to switch it.
That was like a week ago, Jen. I don't remember.
Oh, man.
I don't
Remember Trish
what
said that she
happened
thought it would
yesterday.
be cool if it was black and white with like the red blood.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
But I thought I did the trade dress and then I thought I would do the version, but maybe dang it. So it was also, try to do, we do these slides. We try to do it in order of it coming out. So this is the newest good one. Great one.
Yeah.
They're all great, I guess. But there are a ton. Now working at a comic book store, holy freaking moly. The amount of covers. And I'm like, they're not even ratio. Why is there like...
There's so many. The Draculina when we got them, it was insane.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, we should have showed the one that Trish and Tony Fleece from Stray Dogs did.
Oh, that's true. Oh, okay, but we'll have to
Next
do like
time.
we'll do another Trish show too, though, because I think there's enough now that we could probably do a Trish part 2. But I remember Lucy said she liked the way the boobs were on this, and Sozo actually chimed in and said that she likes natural looking boobs. That boobs don't just stand at attention when you're laying on your back. They kind of, yeah. Very well done. She's a master of light. She's really just amazing. I'm really curious to see what she continues doing here. I don't see her doing anything but growing, right? Same cover last week. I went and checked. Thank you, Paul.
Dang it. I should have
You're
checked.
the best, Paul.
I was like 90% sure that we did the trade. I'm like, okay, I'll do the version.
I mean, you could have done what Paul did.
I know, and just checked.
Seconds, but
No, I did not do that.
All right, now speaking. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. The chat's distracting me. Speaking of that, keep putting the comments in. We're at 75 live viewers. We only have 36 likes. Guys,
come on, get it together.
I mean, what if they're driving? I don't want to get in an accident because they want to like.
And we have only 52 people for the giveaway. Hey, better for the people that are commenting.
So do you guys want to see the Draculina number 2, who is Vampirella's sister? They're doing this whole new series with her. A lot of people are speccing on this character. I think there's a lot of room to develop. There's so much potential.
Universe.
Yeah, they did.
Like Panthera, Neeks. NYX. Is it Neeks or NYX? Neeks or NYX?
NYX is how I pronounce it.
Oh.
NYX, like like NYX.
Yeah.
It's my favorite lipstick brand.
So let's show you guys this cover. We have not revealed to anybody, so this will be the first time showing anyone our Draculina. This is by Carla Cohen. It won't launch though until Friday, so don't go and like message me after the show. It's not on your site. I know it's not going to be up until Friday. So there you go. She did our Draculina number 2, and it is limited to 500. Anthony said I could give you guys a little bit of a glimpse.
That's
Nobody has seen this.
Look at the way she did the light.
The way she does the light is insane. She
And
sent
even,
me
like,
the first. The blood looks sticky, huh?
Yeah.
It looks like. Have you ever like cut your hand and like the blood dries, but then later it feels sticky, like on her hands?
Sadly, yeah.
Right, like like that sticky feeling. She did such a good job with this, and okay, I can't leave it up for too long. So hopefully you guys got to see this. Limited to 500. It will be launching Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're subbed to our text line, you'll get a text when it drops.
Or if you're part of the group on Facebook,
Instagram,
Facebook, yeah. I like the skin color too. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, she looks so pale. I'm like, that totally makes sense. You like it, Jen?
Yes, she did a great job. Like, because she's one of those artists that does oil paint, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it takes oil painting takes. It is not like I'm done in a day. It is I'm taking time and effort and patience and waiting for things to set and then going back through and holy moly, like that's
Yeah, she's pretty incredible, and like she sends me like each step as she's going through, and the way she does her artwork is just it's so interesting. No, I don't mean like my hands are often covered in blood, but like that sticky, bloody feeling. I don't know.
Do you have the OA?
No, I can't afford the OA. The OA is probably like, oh man, I wish I had the OA. Maybe I should message her and be like, Carla, hook me up. Come on, you know.
We're buddies.
Okay. Wait, how much is Carla Cohen's OAs? Like ballpark.
Oh, I don't know. I've never bought one. The only one I have is the Zoo Orzu one, and that one was expensive.
See, but
over
when you have a number, then you can save up for that number. But then by the time you save up for it, it's probably
Okay, I'm taking that down before
Okay,
Anthony gets
yeah.
mad at me. You guys saw it.
Really good. I just kept staring at it. It was like,
Yeah, it's
nice.
really nice.
When she sent it, I did the same thing. I just kept looking at it like, wow, she just even like there's these detail in the molars. Just so
Do you know if she's doing any cons?
she's doing one in Italy. Because Anthony and I were actually debating on going there. It's
Damn,
I know.
fancy.
I know, but like it's not to get like political, but it's a pain in the ass. If you're not, even if you're fully vaccinated, when you get there, there's all these like
You still have to quarantine.
you still have to do all this shit. Like there is no way to get in and out without like jumping through hoops. So I don't know.
Yeah, my sister-in-law went to the Philippines and she had a quarantine for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I don't love the idea of being quarantined in a country without my kids, you know. So we'll
Yeah.
see. But yeah, Carla and Lucio are both awesome. I was telling the girls there was this one day I was talking to Carla and I was like, she's all tell Anthony I say hi, and I'm all tell Lucio I say hi. Tell Lucio Perillo hi.
Oh
And
my
Anne's all,
God.
oh my god, I just turned red. Good thing my filter's red. Anyway,
Okay,
Anyway.
you ready for the
giveaway? Should we do the
Mhm.
giveaway?
Yeah.
First, before we give it away, make sure that you are subbed up to Nearing Nerdvana. Follow us on Instagram. Lucy handles our Instagram. I'm supposed to handle our Facebook, but I've been kind of shitty about it. Jen's supposed to handle our Twitter, and she's been kind of shitty about it. So
Yeah,
Instagram. Follow us on Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
And then Bird City Comics again.
I'm okay. And I'm okay.
So you're the best out of the three of us by far. Yeah. All right. So first giveaway we will do for the Carla Cohen, Vampirella, Dracula, Unholy #2. This is the first one. Ready?
Okay.
Oh wait, I gotta get go ahead and spin it. I'll get the timer ready.
Okay, get the timer. 1, 2, 3.
Yay,
There it is.
Glenn.
Let's see. Ooh. Creed, Remo, Creed.
Which is fun.
Creed.
Oh my gosh, did Creed win before?
Yeah.
Yes, he has. So it was in Remo
freaking
too, so it was
lucky.
between them two.
If you're driving, please pull over safely.
He's here though, right? He was here, so you got.
You know what I
timer,
want to
right?
get is that Elaine Bennis going next. Remember with the soup Nazi?
I know.
Creed, come on, say something, dude.
If you're driving, please pull over
Here, look
safely.
at Rob. He's here.
Oh, wait.
I won last week. He's here.
There you go.
Yes.
You won again. Congratulations. That is
Okay.
just really
I
good luck.
know. It was
Luckily, I have
right
all
there.
your information too, so that's handy.
Okay.
Congrats. Okay, and next
Next one.
oh, this is for
Ready?
the Carla Cohen. I call it the Marla by Carla.
That smoke looks awesome though.
Oh, it's
Like I'm not a
so-
smoker, but like that looks good.
And she
Okay,
made the
ready?
ring have the little all-seeing eye on it. It's so nice.
The
Ready?
DT
Ready,
bits,
sorry.
you know.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, so close. Like
Black
comics,
Key
let's see.
Comic.
Get here. You got 30 seconds.
Black Key. Oh, my ring keeps catching it. Black Key, where you at? If you want the Marla by Carla, and again, the smoke on this is incredible. The fabric in her hood is absolutely stunning. She did the exact same shape that Marla did when he looks back and he's all Marla. Oh, they're here. They're here. Boom!
Yay, he's here. Nice,
Congratulations. So Black Key, I don't
Congratulations.
think I have your information. So what you
No.
need to do is DM us on Instagram at Bird City Comics and give us your shipping address, minimal. If you want to have tracking information that includes your email as well, we're not going to add you to anything. We'll just give you your tracking
Yeah.
information.
nice.
So congrats to both of you guys. That was really, that was fun. Good
thank you,
stuff.
Uncle Anthony.
Thank you.
Right?
Theo
Yeah.
Anthony. He said Theo Anthony.
Oh, sorry, Theo Anthony.
Theo Anthony gives out, we do giveaways on Nearing Nerdvana every single Friday. So if you want a chance to get free shit while watching an entertaining show, that is the place to go. Anthony just goes nuts. He's on that one and he just passes out books left and right. So
I feel like when he shows stuff on Nearing, I'm like, can I win? And then
I
no.
know,
Like,
that's fair.
yeah, I know.
You know what? I just realized I'm gonna go right after this at 7:30. Well, in 15 minutes, I'm gonna go on Moonlight, her YouTube channel to talk about vampires too.
Oh, that's
perfect.
And we're talking about Philadelphia, and
that's such a good series.
It is, and like I just realized, I was like, oh wait, yeah, Vampire Night.
Did you get the Philadelphia local comic book day variant?
Which one was that one? I don't think.
Yeah, so there's this thing. It's local comic book day where they put out special. It's not free comic book day. It's local comic book day. They put out different kind of variants.
I don't think oh, if you see it. And you know what? I have two of the first the number ones, and it came out like I think 3-4 days after I had my surgery, like before I got my surgery, and then after that, like I didn't get number one and from number 2 to number 5, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 because I had surgery, I moved and everything, and I didn't get books for like 4 months. So I missed on all those covers, all those books, but I only have like 7 from 7. So if you guys see them, let me know because on eBay they're so expensive.
Right.
The graphic novel is good. I think they have the first 5.
Yeah, but I don't like the trade paperbacks.
Nightmare Blog is fantastic.
I like the books, the actual comics. Yeah.
The floppies, as Garrett Gunn calls them.
Yeah.
The floppies. Anyways, he messaged me one day. He's like, do you guys have any floppies of this book? And I was like, huh? Like, it took me a second. I was like, oh. Yeah. Then I got it. He's all, Laura, come on. Get with it. All right. So, guys, make sure that you are following Jen at Comic Aficionado on Instagram. Lucy at Mama Comics. She does Whatnot sales. She's going to be on with Moonlit tonight. That'll be a cool show. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stuff. And hip hop, Steve, and a bunch of different people are going to be there. So it's like like a comic club thing. We're talking about the whole first volume. Ooh. Sorry, keep going, Laura.
No, that sounds good. I don't have to tune in for that. I'm gonna go take like a shower, then I'll just get a glass of wine and watch you.
Lucy, did you get a haircut?
No, it just depends like how my curls it shrinks. But no,
you're glowing.
She's pregnant.
Right? I mean, that explains it. Okay, so don't forget, guys, one last time, make sure you sub to Nearing Nerdvana. We go live this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Smartass. We are going to be doing...
means with Moonlight. Do you mean with Moonlight? Just
yeah, I think that was
Moonlight. Just look let me see if I can type it in right here.
Let me check.
Here, I can post. Is it under just her name?
Moonlight. Yeah, it's like Moonlit. Yeah.
But there's no E at the end, right? Just it's more Moonlit.
Yeah.
There you go. So check that one out. Just search it on YouTube and you should be able to find it.
Mm-hmm.
Moonlit.
Oh, sorry. Moonlit Comics. That's
Moonlit Comics.
It's all together. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be a fun one for you guys to tune into. Okay, so I guess that's it for us tonight. We will be back next Tuesday, but hopefully we will see you. There it is. Jen's holding it up for you guys.
Trying.
Want me to put you on the big screen?
No, don't put me on the big screen.
Won't put you on the big screen. Sorry. Won't put you on the big screen.
We did by accident that one time.
One time. Okay, guys, at the end of a Nearing Nerdvana show, it was 2 shows ago, I forgot to push the little button because I pulled everybody off the screen. In my defense, we had Garrett Gunn on, we had Trish on, we had Anthony, we had so many people, and I left Jen up by accident. So the end of the show, I was
on my phone, and then I looked up and I was so panicked.
But it's become like a running joke. So now at the end of every Nearing Nerdvana show, I pick my victim and I leave one person up without them knowing, so that at the end you just see them like deer in the
I watched you. I was like,
that shit's funny, man. It's like it's so authentic. You're just like.
It was hilarious. We loved it. Yeah, we laughed hard.
It was. Oh,
it
there you go.
Feel awkward. It feels awkward, like being on the big screen by yourself.
Nirvana, that's nearing Nirvana. That's not comic book women. We'll see you on Friday. All right, guys. Have a great night. Bye.